The air was thick with tension, the kind that makes your heartbeat slow down, not out of calm, but out of anticipation. Madison Square Garden didn't need an introduction tonight. The crowd already knew they were about to witness a war. On one side stood Donovan Razor Ruddock, the Canadian powerhouse known for his destructive left hand, the smash. On the other, Mike Tyson, the man once feared as the baddest on the planet, was out for blood and redemption. Their first meeting had ended in chaos, controversy, confusion, and unfinished business. Tonight, it wasn't just about victory, it was about vengeance. When Tyson walked to the ring, his stare was cold, emotionless, a predator entering the cage. Ruddock's eyes burned with determination. He wasn't just here to survive this time. He wanted to conquer the monster everyone feared. The bell hadn't even rung, but you could feel the explosion coming. Tyson's shoulders rolled like coiled springs. Ruddock's fists twitched, hungry to strike. The first punch would tell the story, and everyone watching could sense it. This fight wouldn't go the distance. Not tonight, not with these two. The moment the bell echoed, the storm began, and history braced itself for impact. From the opening seconds, the ring became a battlefield. No dancing, no patience, just pure violence. Tyson came forward like a cannonball, head bobbing, fists detonating with surgical speed. Ruddock met him head-on, refusing to step back, throwing the kind of punches that could drop a truck. Every sound of leather hitting flesh echoed through the arena. Tyson's combinations ripped into Ruddock's guard, but the Canadian's chin held. And when he countered with that signature smash left hook, Tyson's head snapped back. The crowd gasped. For a moment, even Iron Mike looked human. But Tyson thrived on chaos. He smiled through the hits, snarling like an animal cornered, ready to destroy. His footwork was relentless, slipping, weaving, closing distance faster than Ruddock could reset. The second round turned into a firefight, both men trading bombs, neither willing to blink first. Sweat and blood sprayed under the lights. The referee's warnings were lost in the roar of the crowd. Every second felt like a gamble with death. Tyson landed a savage uppercut that rocked Ruddock's jaw, but Razor refused to fall. Instead, he fired back, defiant, fearless, determined to prove that no man, not even Tyson, could break him. The bell ended the round, but the war had only just begun. By the middle rounds, both fighters were painted in red, faces swollen, ribs bruised, eyes half open. Yet neither man slowed down. Tyson's aggression was endless, but Ruddock's resilience was something the world hadn't seen before. Every time Tyson launched a furious barrage, Ruddock absorbed it and came back swinging. You could see Tyson's frustration, the disbelief that his best shots weren't enough to finish this man. The commentators' voices cracked as they shouted over the chaos. He's taking Tyson's punches and still standing. Round after round, Ruddock kept firing that left hook like a hammer striking steel. Tyson dodged, slipped, and countered, but each exchange looked like two freight trains colliding at full speed. The fight had gone beyond skill. It was pure willpower now. Ruddock's corner begged him to box smart, but he wouldn't back down. He wanted to earn respect the hard way, punch by punch, second by second. Tyson, too, sensed that this wasn't just another opponent. This was a man willing to go through hell just to prove he belonged. The ring, by now, was soaked in blood and sweat, a battlefield of pride, pain, and unrelenting spirit. The later rounds brought something unexpected: silence between the chaos. Both men were breathing heavily, their punches slower, but deadlier. Then, in the seventh round, Tyson found it. That one perfect opening. A right hand slipped through Ruddock's guard and landed flush. The crowd erupted as Razor staggered, his legs trembling. Tyson pounced, throwing uppercuts like lightning. Each one meant to end the night. But somehow, Ruddock stayed upright. His willpower defied physics. Even as he leaned on the ropes, he fired back with everything he had left. Tyson grinned, not out of arrogance, but respect. He knew he was fighting a warrior. The referee hovered close, ready to stop it at any second. Ruddock's eyes were glassy, but his fists still moved. The audience was torn, half screaming for Tyson to finish it, half praying Ruddock would survive. Every punch Tyson threw seemed to echo through the hall, a reminder of why he was once untouchable. But Ruddock wouldn't go quietly. When the bell rang, the crowd stood on their feet, applauding both men. It wasn't just a fight anymore. It was survival, spirit, and something bigger than boxing itself. As the final bell rang, both men stood in the center of the ring, battered, bloodied, unbroken. Tyson had won by stoppage, but it didn't feel like victory. It felt like survival. Ruddock had taken the punishment of a lifetime and refused to quit. The crowd didn't cheer for one man, they roared for both. Tyson's expression softened. He nodded at Ruddock, a silent message of respect. You earned it. Ruddock raised his gloves, knowing he'd lost the fight, but won something far greater, the world's admiration. The fight became legendary, not because of the knockout, but because of the courage. Two men, built for destruction, pushed each other beyond the edge and found something eternal there. Tyson's comeback continued, but Ruddock's heart that night became part of boxing history. This wasn't just another highlight. This was war. This was Donovan Ruddock versus Mike Tyson 2. The night pride bled, legends clashed, and respect was born through pain.